Hi, welcome to Delicate Dark Girl. And so today we will be doing a get ready with me, a winter pomegranate. So, I hope you've been enjoying the series so far. This is day 9. Oh, my nose. Of the 30 days of makeup. I feel like I should talk about something, but I don't really know what to talk about. Except, oh, maybe I can tell you the theme for this week. The theme for next week, because this is the last video in the week. So the theme for next week is going to be party. Holiday party. So that was just some micellar water. I actually want to try new micellar water. Today's theme is winter pomegranate makeup because I love pomegranates. So I wanted to make my face a big pomegranate again. Elf night cream. Nourishing. Because winter. We want to take care of the skin. I use that micellar water like a toner. Of course, we already washed our face before. It was winter, and if you're like me, you live in a place where the winters are very cold, very windy. You want to take care of your skin in a way that's moisturizing underneath. So, I actually have some Carmex on my lips now. I put that on before I even started. And I usually sleep with Carmex on my lips. I notice it's very, very good, especially for deep, deep moisturizing, because when I wake up in the morning, you can take like a soft scrub and just lightly rub on your lip and the dead skin just falls away so easily. Like it loosens up the dead skin. It's so good. So I actually like using it overnight, but I forgot last night. So anyway, there. And then we'll use a primer. We'll use the mineral one, a mineral infused primer, because again, we have to be rich and moist, like the inside of a pomegranate. You want to be jeweled. You want to be jeweled within. Add as much nutrients to your face as possible before makeup. There's so many good primers out there. I really have a hard time trying to figure out what my next primer should be. Obviously, the e.l.f. is going to stay, but I want to add more primers to it. The primer I find least favorable is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. For me, it doesn't seem to play well with my skincare prep, and I guess it depends on your skincare, but that one, it balls up kind of like, you know, like old glue. It kind of balls up while I'm trying to put it on my face. I don't know if that's just my skin texture or if it's really the skin prep that I put on before. They don't play well together. So I'll use it because I got it. This is the trial version. It was a trial size free purchase for another purchase at Ulta online. So that's how I came to see it, and I'm glad I picked that because now I know not to get the full size. And the full size is, I think it's about $32. So I was really determined to try it out before spending that kind of money. Now we're going to go into the mousse foundation, which you see that I like. I haven't really shown you guys on camera, but I still do use it. In the summertime especially, it felt really nice on the skin because it's so light. But I imagine that in the winter, it would also be nice. Do you know what I forgot? Concealer. I'm also using this because it's got those red undertones. And we're going for winter pomegranate, so let's actually put on some concealer first. So this is our new friend. It's the Black Radiance True Complexion Under Eye Corrector and Concealer. I'm assuming this is the corrector on this side, and then when you twist it, out comes some concealer. So we're going to go use that where they told me to, on the under eye. I'm not going to roll it up. I'm actually going to use it exactly where it's at. Excuse me, I have to use a tiny mirror. Use the magnifying side. It goes on really smooth. And it feels nice. It feels creamy, but it also doesn't feel greasy. You know what I mean? You know how creamy is also just another word for greasy? This one just feels really smooth and creamy. Like an absorbing lotion, not like the lotions that kind of sit on your skin. So there. Under eye corrector. Oh, shoot. I just stuck my finger in it. This is in the shade medium to dark. And we're going to go ahead and conceal. Oh, I can see that the concealing shade is a different tone than the corrector. So, we'll go in there with the other side of our sponge, the little pointy side that I obviously don't use often. Oh, I should have sprayed the sponge a little. It's okay, we'll set it later. That's nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Now this is obviously also have a brightening effect under the eye. Clearly. And this is medium to dark. Now, we're actually going to spray our tiny puff here and work that foundation into our face. You know what we didn't do? Eyebrows. So we're going to leave the forehead alone. Okay. So let's do eyebrows. I mistakenly didn't bring anything to do eyebrows with. Just kidding. Found it. So we're going to be a pomegranate. It's a rich fruit, lush. We'll keep our eyebrows round, but thick. So they'll actually be kind of adorable. Let's round out the eyebrow as best we can. Listen, I'm about to hit pan on Chad. I'm surprised I haven't yet. Scared. They always come out like back. I don't know what I think I need to bring this one down. It depends on which one you like more. I like the front of this one and the end of that one. So what we're gonna do is leave it exactly the way they are. If you think I'm gonna spend another 3 hours fighting with these eyebrows, you got another thing coming. Better. Continue to the next round. Forehead time. Done. Now we have a nice rosy base. Now we're going to go into eyes. For the eyes, we're actually going to keep it really, really simple. I have in my hands the new Warrior 2 palette. I haven't even used it yet. I only swatched it last night because it got here yesterday. And in case you're... Wow, I feel like this Shawata is blacker than Chad. Let's hold them up next to each other. Maybe it's just newer. You can be the judge. Let's swatch them. There's Shawata and Chad. This is Shawata. This is Chad. So that was my comparison. Probably not very informative, but there you are. Moving on. 1 second, we can't move on. Back to the matcha. Because we're doing pomegranate things, what we're going to do is we're going to take kufuru, which is this lovely nude right here. And we're going to put that on the eye. I'm gonna mix kufuru and yodit, yes. Put it on the eye. Oh, that's nice. That's really pretty. We're actually gonna switch the brush. This is too big. I'm gonna use that to blend things, which is what I probably think it's for. This guy. who also might be for blending, but we're just gonna add more yoded, especially on the center. I want the eye to be just as nude. Wow, look at that. Isn't that great? That's great. These are two fantastic nudes. Look at that. Wow. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. See that? It's like a natural depth. Get this again and put some yoded. Just like here and stuff, you know what I mean? Just for some nude continuity. This eye is so pretty. Now we're going to try to lightly tightline with my Black Radiance Ultra Rich Retractable Eye Pencil. It's very soft. I'm also not going all the way in. We want to keep that part of the eye kind of open. You got a little bit on the outside, but it's okay. A line is going there. Now we'll use our trusty dusty Essence liquid. So we're going to keep the line really, really thin. We kind of want our eye to look a bit naked. I'm just going to go right to the corner. And that's it. There. We're actually going to put a little bit more on the outer corner on the bottom. Okay. Mascara time. Oh wait, no. First, let's put in the inner corner, I'm going to put a bit of Iman from the Saharan palette. Kind of like the glisten when you freshly crack a pomegranate, the glisten on the actual fruit seeds. That's what we're doing to the inner corner of your eye. Now it's time for a mascara. Eyes done. Now blush. So we're actually going to stay in the Warrior palette. And we're going to use Dauda. Dauda? I'm debating whether I should use Jamata or Dauda. So I'm going to mix the two. This is going to be the point that actually carries into our lip. So we're just right up in here. You're going to be flush. I want to actually go under the nose, not on top. It's too late. And we're going to put some on our chin. I told you all before, right? How my sister did this with one of her characters and I became obsessed with it ever since. Got a cold nose here. She also took it to the ears. But I like that. I like it a lot. The lip is going to be almost nude. I'm going to use this mint oil. Just something from the beauty supply store. But we're going to use that Dauda as the center part of our lip. And so now that we've colored the lip, we're just going to add some gloss. That'll help spread it around too. Oh no, that was too much. There. Done. You are now a winter pomegranate. Here's some fresh winter makeup. Go out there and be juicy. Bye.